Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. This is the final episode of Chapter 4. We're finishing off the trial today. Yeah. And then after the trial, we'll be taking a small hiatus. Probably a stream or two in between now and the new year. The new year's, we will start up Chapter 5 in the new year. Chapter 5. Yep, that is how we're doing this. So, as we discovered last time,
Something.
am I wrong for saying that Monokuma said some... Oh yeah, Monokuma said that he was gonna, what did he say he was gonna do to Monokuma?
He was gonna roll a 6-sided die, and what number of extra changes he gave mine.
Yeah, it was stupid.
And then he said something on your swoon. And that was it. That was all the important information.
Yeah. Alright.
I guess the structure of the funhouse is really bad.
Yeah. Oh well, I'll do that as well.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
Thank you, Mommy.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
Wait, was Mommy just talking?
I was like, wait, what the fuck just happened?
Are we in a video game?
Are we in a video game?
Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Jesus Christ.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
I still think I think we had landed on last episode that between who we know is left, it has to either be Gundam or Sonia. Did you say Sonia? Yeah, I think it was Sonia because I know it's not Nagito. I doubt it's Soda, even though I want to. It's not Fujiko because I know he's in Chapter 5. I doubt it's Chiaki because she's obviously main love interest character, and this entire bottom row is dead.
So yeah, Gundam or Sonia.
So it has to be Gundam or Sonia. My money's on Gundam, but we shall see.
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekumaru's murderer?
Also, how do you use a building to kill someone? That's my question.
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
I didn't kill him with the building. I mean...
They couldn't have killed him with a building. I definitely didn't kill him with a... I mean...
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
I'm still mad about Mikan's ex. Should be like Needled.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes,
But that was when I thought Nagito was hot because of his alternate mystery, and not because he was a lame reserve student.
You said that students Hajime.
I'm talking about myself in the mirror.
I will
I
sincerely
actually only care about
retract that
Hajime.
remark.
The rest of you are just assholes.
Yeah. That's bad.
It is bad.
I do not like it.
Oh, yeah. Did you not have it? Do it?
Nope.
Oh, okay, then just not the
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
But no, it was a murder because I guess people were starving to death or something.
Right.
That's not hopeful at all.
If this is a murder to further my hope, then I would let it slide. But no. So that's up to you, I'm sure. But no, you had to murder for logical reasons, and that's dumb.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder.
I would know, because I just committed...
Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can.
Actually, I'm just a team manager. That joke gets funnier every time somehow.
Why would you say that about him? Is it Monochrome puppeting like Mechamaru's like head? I'm just a team manager. Oh.
Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Thank you.
I feel like we've had the same joke.
You're drooling waterfalls?
An episode ago.
Nagito, as usual. I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
If the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be
By the
better
way,
if we clarify the
because
cause
we
of
started
death
talking
first,
about
don't you
V3
think?
spoilers, you know, and I don't get very many. My TikTok feed has been throwing me a bunch of V3 spoilers. Nothing like I've been able to skip past them, but it's always like, here's something that happens in V3. Spoilers for V3.
And you're like, eh.
Or like, one was a rap battle verse with one of the characters from V3. I'm like, well, I can't watch that because I'll be spoiled.
Not only will it be spoilers, but I'm not gonna get it at all.
And my Twitter feed has also been very V3 heavy lately as well. I think it's because Shuichi is just very popular right now for some reason. I don't know why. I'll show you the meme. That's there's a meme. I'll try to show you guys too. But I saw this and I think it was funny as fuck. But also, you know, it's
maybe spoilers.
I don't think it's spoilers. Did I just like it and not favorite it? That makes sense. Yeah. Danganronpa V3 where everything's the same except it's a scene from, I'm gonna assume, it's just as class trials. I'm assuming 1 or 2 or 3 or something. And here, Kaede here. It's like, everything is the same except Shuichi is a seal. You see it? No, you guys can't see it. But he's a seal.
He's a rotund friend.
He's a rotund friend. Oh, there's this one too. There's a lot of Dangan memes on my feed. Or this one, which would have been a massive spoiler for me a few months ago. But yeah, no. Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged. He was beaten senseless with a blunt object. If he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. So what was Nekomaru's cause of death?
The killer used the hammer.
Oh, it's not beaten with a blunt object. I doubt it was crushed by the elevator, so it has to be falling.
I see!
It's not dead battery either. That wouldn't be used to using the building structure.
That's it? I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected.
Oh. Yeah, they somehow managed to open, like, the top floor door and push Nekomaru through the top floor's door. Plummeted.
Maybe.
That's what it's gonna be, because that's the obvious answer here at this point. Like, that's the only way falling would work in the situation.
Then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That, I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower.
How did I mean the murderer, kill him
Push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
Jesus Christ.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
Don't trust your gut. The gut is the worst for other. Wait, why am I echoing Soda's lines? Oh God, I'm stupid. Because that's what Soda was saying in the last episode of your.
Oh wait, that's just fire.
Nakamura died from falling. Where did the killer shove Nakamura from? To reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve that mystery next. Make your Good night button. I would have to assume it's the good night button. Because you can. How could they have even pushed him? He's too happy.
When the elevator is on the first floor.
First floor of the Grape House. Thank you for your 100% for your hiccup. Can we talk about how the tower, the Grape Tower and the Strawberry Tower are the same tower?
Can't go through the door on the fourth floor.
It'd be
Fourth floor
impossible
is Strawberry House.
to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Mekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the fourth floor to the first floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong!
I love shooting, so that's pretty cool.
No, you're stupid!
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
Yes.
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he
Wait,
enters
we
sleep.
never pressed it. Maybe he's still alive.
I'm not alive. I'm just a team manager.
If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me.
What? Why are you blaming me? Hajime interrupted me! Yeah, because you were being stupid. You interrupted her by being stupid.
Silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?
Yes.
You are.
You are. We upgraded your corner to a very roomy apartment that's still in the corner. You've been living there kind of rent-free, my friend. A way to create the drop inside the elevator when Nekomaru is still in it. Chucky seems to have an idea. Which way could that be? Oh, okay.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
Who told you?
The hammer is suspicious.
No. What?
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
There you found
Silence,
someone.
pest!
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
Oh God! Nekomaru is inside the elevator. How can you create a difference in the face?
You're clean with those orbs.
That's my guess. There's so many absorbers there, so I'm gonna have to assume so.
If you arrange it a certain way,
Oh wait, no, those weren't really absorbers. Those were agrees, right? Blue is agree.
Yeah.
you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
Oh, I know.
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious. Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I agree with that.
Consent to Fluidico time. The wire was around the door.
Didn't
Stop
the doorknob
the
have
doorknob
scrape
on the
marks
floor
on
with
it?
the... Yeah. Isn't the doorknob scrape marks on it?
That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is
Yeah.
that the same wire that was
just my
tied
teeth
around
lost, right? I
Nekomaru?
like chewing on doorknobs. Nom, nom, nom.
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep
I
mode.
saw the murder. In a dream. Actually, I'm
Tied the
not sure.
tip of the
Never
wire
mind.
into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower and suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
Don't fall shot touch.
Kinda like... me!
You better not finish that sentence.
Oh.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Are you ready for a rhythm game, Hajime?
So what if they created a drop?
Oh, it is.
There's no way you can make him fall and
Is the
die
rhythm
with
game
just
still in
that.
this game?
Yeah.
It's the very end,
Yeah,
actually.
you do it like right before you do the manga.
Typically. So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. The fucking wire broke the doorknob because of the weight and the movement, and it calls him, and he fucking fell. You fucking stupid ass idiot.
Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
I'm fucking stupid. Do you guys realize that? Rebuttal, shoulder.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
Beautiful Katsuichi is wondering. It seems certain that a difference in elevation inside the tower was used to kill Nekomaru. And find the answer to
Even if they
Katsuichi's
suspended
remarks.
Nekomaru from a... How would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What?
No, it's not.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Allow me to cut through those words.
You get the pun? You left my pun
What do
game,
you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode.
And as we know, the clocks in the main building have been ran back.
I mean, they haven't got that yet, but it was pretty obvious. Once you saw his alarm clock, his radio clock, I mean.
Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
Oh, what? Why am I hanging upside down? I'm just a team manager!
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
Yeah.
Nekomaru didn't fall because
Such a
the wire
different
came
fate.
off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off. When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Which is very expensive to replace. You know how expensive a doorknob is? $5! I don't have $5, I have a black bean for an eye.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
Killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because... In that case, I shall use my full power. With a fierce roar, Nekomaru put all his power to grab a doorknob with both hands. But... not yet. Here it comes. The Incredibles ring the 1 million horsepower. This is intriguing. If you break up the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. That's really what it was. Unless the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
I'm sorry for being stupid, guys. The brain's a little too tight.
Do you finally understand now?
This beanie cuts off circulation to all my brain functions.
All my brains.
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
I would.
Okay.
Fuck you. Still feels weird. I'm a total fucking pig, guys. Oink.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
Okay, once again, he said the fuck word. Where's that compilation from? Where's they said the fuck word compilation?
No, I believe you gave your all.
Into being a pest.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy. He gets off on this.
Look at this character in the first scene that was that way too.
Dogo.
And we all know who that character in V3 is. And we all know who that character in UDG is gonna be. Because it's the same character. Yeah, that's like the main thing I've been spoiled for me in V3, which is that Miyu is a character. Also, apparently she dies at one point. I know that much. Unless, once again, it could be a fake screenshot because the screenshot I saw just did not make any fucking sense to me. But also, the V3, who knows?
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Assuming Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor, he crashed into the pillar and the... Oh, when Nekomaru fell to the floor, the only thing I can think of what happened to him was he collided with the pillar.
I see!
It's like coal
Nekomaru
came out
fell
of
to
his
the
eyes.
floor. He ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
I forgot that was the name they gave.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
I'm baby boss! Boss baby! Sounds like a Game Grumps bit. I know they call him boss baby, so maybe that's what I'm thinking of, but like, I feel like that's 100% what they say in this movie. We haven't got to that point in the watch through of the other Danganronpa 2 playthrough, but like, it feels like it's the perfect setup for that joke.
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. 'Cause even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I.
I got to the tower at 6:54.
There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
Well, that sucks because you were definitely late for Monokuma Tai Chi. I should come near all of you. I should come near all of you. This smart thing.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed.
First. Weird choice of words, my boy.
He is the ultimate freedom.
This is true. He is the ultimate freedom. He is submissive and freedable.
How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know!
No mystery attempt to stand. Seriously, they run the clock. I feel like this is the first like chapter, the first trial, where it's like everything is so fucking obvious. like
except for like I guess how Nick was.
The falling thing, yeah, that was interesting. But like, it feels like every time they explain something, I've explained it like 3 times. Grape Tower and Strawberry Tower are the same tower.
Strawberry Tower is just too complicated for people on this.
I can't check out the comic books just a little more, and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be clue to break through the contradiction. Make your argument, Hajime. Oh, the wall. Oh, it's radio clock. That's the radio clock. Sure.
We headed for Grape Tower.
Because it can't be fucked
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
They can't mess with the clock inside Nekomaru's
No, that's wrong!
Aha! I knew his radio clock bullshit was gonna kind of
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
Not if you mess with all the radios! I didn't do that, though, so... You're correct. This time. Keep watching.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Not with his
Maybe
clock.
the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
Grape House clock was fucked with?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
I would kill you.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
Love his voice. Fuyuhiko's voice is probably my favorite, like, just general voice in the series so far. Although, I have a bias towards Hajime's because of Johnny on Bosch, but, like, still.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
Like, all those times I misunderstood shit. That's worse sense. It's time for the contradiction. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. Fucking clock. It's almost like something was done, but what was it? What? How could they have possibly messed up the time on the clock? Think. Brain blast. Perhaps you overlooked something. Then, if I focus on it, I think I should be able to find the answer to that mystery. Brain blasting. How can you fuck up the clock? I forget Hajime is, like, canonically stupid.
The ultimate gun.
It definitely feels that way. Whee! Whee! What did Hajime and the others don't understand? Oh, time! Ah! It's a time. In other words, we don't know who the killer is yet, so we can't misunderstand who the killer is. Open. Oh. Damn you, Hajime! Ooh. That was spicy meatball.
What?
Jesus, bullshit. That wasn't real floor, that was brain floor.
Spitting shit in the corner.
That is a good question. I didn't even notice it. But that was basically that shit, and I'm gonna be real mad. Which clock was taken with? The buildings. I'm glad they added a yellow, like a third option now, but I feel like they added it too late. Well, which round did they introduce logic dive in?
2.
2? I feel like it should have been 2, and then you have 3 is right, it has a third option. You know, I feel like they introduced it like, I guess around 2, and I don't know. I just feel like it's introduced too late for it to be.
That's possible that it did, and you just didn't notice.
I don't think it did. Because the logic dive earlier in this trial didn't have 3 options, only had 2 each. Both options. My brain runs on rainbow chemicals.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What?
All the clocks?
Both clocks? How can you fuck with 2 clocks? It's impossible. I have to believe it's impossible to fuck with 2 clocks, so it must be the radio clock that's wrong.
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
Simply for the killer again. She's right, that's the main problem. You need to clarify about how much time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. Step from the next mystery. I'm going to reach the truth in one go. Make your argument! Oh, I have no idea what this is doing. Let's see. I don't know what the counts are. Set a rumbling noise at around 5:30. Okay, that's time-based one. So in the crosswalk place the first floor Strawberry House. At 5. Compass needles about 180 degrees. What time?
The time in the building was all messed up. Then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
Oh.
It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. It
One of those
does not
last
exist in this world.
If the time in the building was all messed, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when...
I agree with that.
Consent with me.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about.
I was imagining
What's
everyone's
important is
food.
that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
That rumbling sound we heard was at 5:50 a.m. It's like the answer to time. It's 2 hours.
I see!
I said it was like 2 hours.
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30. And if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly.
It's like how 5:30 is early in the morning an hour ago. Yeah.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
You want to talk about something that happened 2 hours ago? We were different people then.
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Lure out only
If you
Nekomaru.
messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Always messing with the time. People also used a specific thing. They're trying to lure only Nekomaru. Massage time. Do we even know about that yet, canonically? Then, what? Okay. Well, it's not these two, obviously, so it's gotta be Monokuma Taichi.
I see!
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Taichi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
Oh, I mean they.
We were required to go to Grape Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so...
But here's the thing. What if Nekomaru went like, oh look, it's time for Monokuma Taichi, and he starts like banging on all the doors. Monokuma Taichi, everyone! Monokuma Taichi time! Which I feel would all be very in character for Nekomaru, but also I understand, he's like, oh, I'll let them sleep, they can miss out if they want to. I don't know, it just, what would be your plan, Mr. or Mrs. Killer, if everyone showed up Monokuma Taichi on time?
Yeah, now, why is he walking in with everyone?
Oh, you're here early, blank. I brought everyone for Monokuma Taichi. And Monokuma's like, oh, looks like your plan didn't work, did it? Stupid. Did you expect the ultimate team manager to not manage his team? Actually, I'm a coach. No, you're not. Yeah, done it.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
If I recall, you witnessed
even if he
Nekomaru
just saw
around 5
Fujiko,
a.m.
he'd be like, oh, it's time for Monokuma Taichi.
Hi, Fujiko, it's time for Monokuma Taichi.
So he picks up Fujiko.
Let's go to Monokuma Taichi. And he starts like Tai Chiing him. Like he grabs him by the shoulders and just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. As they're walking. Get those steps in, Fujiko.
And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Taichi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
You're talking about me.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
Geez, how outrageous. I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Taichi. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
It's kind of funny
You
how,
said
like...
everyone. You were including us, right?
It's kind
We
of
thought we
funny
came
how,
to
like,
the tower
everyone
on time,
band
but in truth,
together to
it was
just,
way
like,
past
protest
the
something
meantime.
Monokuma was doing. He, like, literally has no power. It's like, you do this thing! No one does it.
Oh, he's just going here.
Ah, jeez!
But in the game, yeah,
Well,
even like
how
that.
should I put it? What was it? Tripping over a foot, or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
What? I don't think that's a term either.
What?
Wow, I mean, you really put your foot in your mouth.
The only thing I can find on tripping over someone else's fault is someone referencing this game.
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it! It's incorrect!
Thank you, Monica. Maybe it's a Japanese thing. Maybe it makes more sense in Japanese.
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so
Mommy, I'm usually on your side,
like
but I cannot find anything. Literally, the only thing I found to tripping over someone else's fault was someone quoting this scene directly, including up to this point. And it was a guess that reference page.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was just remembering that giant-ass teacup. I'm still thinking, is it made for Nekomaru to have tea with? But no, he's too small for it. What was the purpose? What was the point of it? Is it like a tea swimming pool? Do we swim in it? And then there's the giant candy. The giant candy also doesn't make sense. Like, no one could physically eat that thing. Especially if it's a hard candy when you suck on it. Because it was like a pastry, maybe. But, like, forget I said anything. What Hajime is going to say next. No, he's right. What is the point of the giant teacup and pastry?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell? Who is it?
Who's the bastard?
No, it doesn't have an alibi at the time, right? Oh, it was Nikito, right?
Yeah.
It was Hiyoko! It's her fault.
She doesn't have an alibi for the time.
You're the only one! The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
Oh yeah, and the really weird art stuff. I think we talked about this. It's like the shading. It's like the shading on Soda's hair, especially, was really off.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
You're definitely fucking lying.
He loves saying the fuck word this chapter. What is it with you?
Like you said, this character arc.
No. Yeah, it's character arc. He finally learned how to say fuck. But no, it's because if I remember correctly, the prestige rooms or whatever have fucking great soundproofing or whatever. That was like one of their big like things.
Yeah.
And because of that, so that's why Sonya was like, I didn't even hear it.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too. I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it.
Because you know, when I sleep like glue.
It wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common. And I'm sure you'll figure it out.
No, it goes just done all this shit.
You didn't hear the rumbling noise from Nagito, Sonia, and Shioki. The secret is what these three have in common. Could this also be the secret that points to the killer? Oh, it's Hang.
Trying to spell a really long word with Hangman's Gambit.
What is the first word then?
Deluxe.
Is it deluxe?
Thank you for all the R's that really is.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's the L's? Hand me L's. I didn't really. I thought I finished deluxe. That's why I was to the R's.
I love this movie so much.
It's so fun.
Grooves. It's not grooves. Grooves. Oh, they don't usually just throw in random letters that you don't use.
Got it!
Why did you have to spell this? Well, because
Hadre doesn't know what words are.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
The guest rooms are rated up with quality grade, soundproof, and has excellent air insulation.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise...
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation.
That's not how that works, though. A soundproof room, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe it's different in Japan. Soundproof room does not mean I can't hear outside sound. It's things can't hear your sounds from outside. Maybe it's both. Maybe it is both, but like still.
You actually
it's an
noticed
actual
that.
Funhouse. It can be
Nice
whatever they want.
catch, Hajime.
Yeah.
Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent? Now,
I'm going to shoot you.
You guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to
Yeah,
who the
wasn't
killer
there
is?
another person that had a deluxe room? Because Nekomaru was in the medium room.
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Somehow, I feel like I understand what Nagito means. Killer among us. Killer murdered Nekomaru.
With all the other people.
You're the only one! Gundam, there's something I want to ask you.
No.
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
Asking me a question seems unrelated to what we were just talking about.
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
I hope that we don't get to the end of this and Gundam starts, like, goes the Celeste route and starts like, yeah, I'm tired of speaking like a stupid person. Here I am, I'm normal now. It would feel like a disservice to his character.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Simple. I was using the toilet.
Gundam?
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
I mean, bathroom could be a good excuse.
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
I left my door cracked open. Or better insulate. No, it doesn't work.
Just in case someone wants to murder me.
Gundam
I can
probably
murder them
couldn't
back.
return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
That would be suspicious.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room, just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
I'm single-handedly the greatest person to ever exist.
Praise me.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
It's loud. Yeah.
And we went through it.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out.
Yeah,
that would have been the worst possible outcome.
If you just said that he went to the bathroom, all of this speculation will just go oh, well, shit, we're back to square one now.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
But also, you know, why would Gundam be in the bathroom for that long? Because he would have had to have gone to the bathroom about 4 or 5 o'clock when Nekomaru left. Until 5:35.
Well, I mean, I feel like it would be very possible to just say, you didn't see me going to the bathroom because you were in the lounge.
He has to walk past the lounge.
That's true.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this,
there you go.
including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears.
The 10 ears of destruction.
That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
That's interesting.
Yeah, excuse.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall
That was the first
now
time I've seen this
commence.
fight before. I kind of love it. It feels off, but I love it.
At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
By coincidence, I heard the alarm.
completely forgot that this was... Because, for the longest time, it was this was always a sticking point for me. I guess I never realized that he did use this excuse.
Yeah. And they just fucking dismantle it. I'm sure. But yeah. Once again, throw it in the Nathaniel accidentally predicts the future compilations.
That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
That's not at all the truth. But also, no, because I think you had, like, the first game pretty down pat, like, in what all happens and where it happens and what to say. The second game you seem to be lacking a lot of remembering of the last 3 chapters.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
Yeah, well, that's just how it is
I'm being
sometimes.
suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out.
It's just stupid.
Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway.
Nagito.
No.
So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
I forgot.
Oh, that's right.
I did do that.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say
a chapter.
it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers.
That's how I felt this whole chapter.
These are painfully bored.
Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this
Every
before I collapse from poor
Danganronpa chapter
health.
summed up in one line from the Danganronpa chapter.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you.
I
Didn't
took the red pill.
At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you...
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this
You'll
opening
find out
act
next
already.
year. Okay.
Ah, you said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
I said, bathroom.
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
You guys never really, like, dismantled. You guys never really, like, refuted his.
It's just, the timing is too perfect. It feels too much like an excuse for them to take it seriously.
Gundam!
And he's
I
refusing.
was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your
And he's
pathetic
refusing
assumption.
to continue, like, defending himself, so it's obvious that he's, you know.
In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went
Well,
off.
how do we even
Correct.
know if Strawberry Tower and Great Tower are the same tower? God!
Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, he wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
This is actually wrong.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing.
Because of
Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
What's wrong? This thing is obviously wrong. That's what a contradiction is for. There's such a thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, There's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me?
Nagitos.
Why don't we stop this already?
This for the sake of everyone's help, I'll shoot through the contradiction.
That elevator was the only means of travel between.
No, that's wrong!
Aida's Akai's work from the future, they'll argue your point. Yeah, no.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Because we saw Nagito do it.
Such a method does not exist!
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Now you can... Oh, wait, really? I mean, why do this? Why not just hang out with Nagito?
You're the only one!
So it's because the game wants you to have a good
know. What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Okay, now what are you here?
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Typically they are.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Okay. Thank you, Gundam.
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
The mere existence? No! That's stupid! You're stupid!
Look if you said, what if they were unaware of the passageway from the final dead room? No. We all knew about the final dead room. Monokuma said it like 4 times.
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion.
If I say big words, we all sound correct.
If you value your life, you should stop.
I'm sure Dan is very sad right now.
There's no way I can stop.
What did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I'm the Hulk, I guess.
When I'm angry, I shoot fireball. And before you say it, yes, I have plenty
Even
of
if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious
you have to know. The killer had to know, because the wire is nowhere except the final dead room as far as we know.
Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Too spinny.
Soggy, man, it's exhausting just listening to it. I'm tired.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
Yeah. I love how when
even if the turbid box doesn't exist,
you die.
You could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole.
Someone said that these,
however, how frail I say,
this minigame can be difficult, and this is the first time I've actually had trouble with one.
Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Every time I see people play this game, they just kind of like forget the controls.
Yeah.
The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning.
But yeah,
you say the killer went to the
wire
Octagon.
and the hammer, they could only be used because they went to the Octagon. Obviously.
If you don't want to drown, at least pray to the key which dwells in the
light.
light.
Plus the slash. Okay. I get it.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of...
Allow me to cut through those words! The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body.
And
the hammer that looked like the weapon. And the chain on the door in the tower.
And the chain. I read.
Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon.
The bag of holding. That they have on their
various
breast.
Weapons and tools.
Wait, I'm the only one that has one of those. Oh no!
I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
Shit! I didn't think about that. I shouldn't have used all those things in my crime.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret
Well, they might
passage
not
too,
know about it, but they know.
It seems this is the end.
Which means we should be getting into our rhythm game, which requires me to be very focused.
Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Hey, what are you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in...
Die.
Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And, without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay? Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
Oh my god, woman!
It appears
I never misunderstand.
Cannot finish just
then it was like...
Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
That line of context is just...
I need pills!
What do you intend to do?
Finish!
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one
I purposely let that one sit. I wanted that to be the joke that he didn't say at that time.
Just as I thought, truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
Hello. Man,
That's wrong, Gundam.
You're wrong.
You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However,
I should use
I
it.
cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First,
Yeah, this is the man
you
that
must
said that you
crush them
found
with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
I guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will provide an argument that will leave you no choice but to be persuaded. We have panic to action!
I won't let you!
Alright, I have to reload now.
For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire!
Sad that they only have a 3 line that they voice here.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire!
They get banned after that.
It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
This is the end!
Dare you accuse my hamsters of such heinous deeds?
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you had the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
The power of the hamsters! That was that line that was in the game. Remember? In order to check with you.
That's right, I do remember.
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Yeah, everyone
course
he
it'd be
pointlessly
impossible
showed
for
off
normal
that ability earlier in
But
this
it would have been
chapter.
possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Yeah, when he pointlessly was like, yes, I shall use a hamster to press the button. This is where I got the idea to do that, actually.
Some guy, I'm like...
Here's through Supernova, Silver Fox, and D. Like,
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue,
let's show the corpse again real quick.
one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton. Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back
I'll
of
let
his
you
neck.
do that when it falls in Nekomaru.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own 2 hands.
I love how Nagito was like, oh, I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to do it myself because I don't want to hear Hajime's boring diatribe, and then we have to do it anyway. Let's see. This is only this. Oh, they have little names.
Yeah, it's telling me. Oh, Google Hands will figure it out.
It's very funny. Oh, it's time to get up.
Alright, here you go.
Hello! Go, my hamsters! This is such a funny fucking frame. This one, too. Oh look, it's weird in this one too. Kiss the pillar, damn it. Yep. And then this should be the Fujihiko one, because it's like, oh, I can't sleep, I'm gonna look outside. Oh, let's see it in the other spot. Not Fujihiko. Hamster and murder. Those are emaciated.
Well, they are, because, you know, they're starving.
That's true.
And that's what the pocket is.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Are you just gonna skip past this one too?
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared.
Yeah. I remember how we did all this shit already. I just hate these. I get it, they're cute or whatever, I enjoy them. But like, we've been through this already. We know.
That's...
Oh, that was different.
Oh, I'm away now.
There, Fuyu by that.
Yep, 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 yep. Why is he goose-stepping?
For fun? You get those steps in?
Goose-stepping? If you're goose-stepping for fun, you should die, I think. You're not goose-stepping, okay?
After leaving Strawberry today and...
Goose-stepping. Yeah, oh no, we're skipping all this shit. We know what it is already. We just went through all this shit. Oh, it's a ringing. It's a ringing and a ding. Oh, I'm awake now. Gotta spin! Oh god, no! The pillar!
However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to...
So, I saw this frame.
That someone is Gundam Tanaka.
Yeah.
And I can't think of anyone else but you.
Because that was the vibe. I thought she was like secretly evil, like evil queen style.
I see.
And so I was like, oh, so that's just her frame before she gets her gun. And then, boom!
It's Gundam and he looks gay.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe.
Not avoiding the truth. You just said, yeah, that was what happened.
I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes! Let the voting time begin!
What is his execution gonna be like?
I'll give you one word. The fruit buffalo.
Okay. That means nothing. I gotta be.
Her bitch. Because that's what you are, Hajime.
You're a bitch.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the... Who will be chosen as...
I bit my tongue at the most important part. Malakumbo.
And it's soda.
What? Why? You know what you did.
Murderer.
So we're gonna get through the execution. We're gonna get through up until the point of chapter 5. We're getting all the way to chapter 5 this time. I know usually we cut off right after the execution and then end of chapter plus start of new chapter stuff. But we're gonna get all the way to the end of chapter 4, start of chapter 5, and then we'll end today. And it'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from these results, you guys were correct once again, getting 4 in a row without any mistakes. A splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice. I had to use the extra amazing because he made it.
Yay, I said all that without biting my tongue!
Now then.
Tongue.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true the class trial is finished. It's true the class trial is finished. That doesn't mean instantly. We can't finish it until we hear from Gundam. Matter what he says, just take your thing. I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like. Why do you want to talk to the one who has lost? The loser merely leaves, so it would just be unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well.
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. Correct. You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight, that is no mistake, and because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
What lost? And died?
This, too.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
What do you mean? Explain.
Fine, then, I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret to the funhouse. I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away or even called for help, but he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death. Isn't that like all fights, though?
Let me tell you.
He was serious, too. He gave it his all to try to kill me. If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding this case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that. Tried to kill you. That's dumb.
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
When someone's trying to kill me, I feel amazing.
That's a great line.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid!
Splendid!
In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might! I won't go easy on you! Don't even think about holding back! Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics! Give me everything you got!
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
That is...
Why? Why did you fight? We were all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell
However,
you.
I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. There's abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation. Wait, you telling us just to wait until we starve to death?
fall.
Ever since you were locked inside that building, everyone has been dominated by the feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
You will die.
Giving up on life, that's just an insult to life itself.
Ask.
Have you fools heard of the term dog eat dog? Cannibalism?
No, but kind of.
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well.
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf this
If a world would consider that justice, then I'll fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying all that you're trying to justify with what he did?
But...
It sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth. But even so, do you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh.
That belief is why you committed your crime. What about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well?
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that, well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake. I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question. Yes.
My name is Gundam
Just who do you think I am? I am Gundam the Tanaka, history's greatest monster.
This is the actual connection to the Chapter 4 case in the last game.
My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like dust
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10,000 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible. Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yay! Got it. I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka.
Please wait.
This is just too much. Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
I'll help him by killing
him. Miss Sonia.
I beg of you.
Please, Sonia. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself. Please, take Sona instead. It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind. However,
What is it, my 4 dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared 4 dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all.
Full day every time. Yes.
However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary
Who
visitor.
gets the hamsters? Does Sonia get the hamsters?
I was simply visiting for a moment, and now
Or do they
that
die
my
too? Because if they
duty
die
is
too, I'll be
complete,
sad.
that is why, until the very end. Pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
The hell you think of is fake hell.
Let's give it everything we've...
Shut up. 3D ball time. I see. Gundam Soccer Stampede. Good. That walk-up was hilarious, actually. See this bit. Oh my god. What the fuck? Thank you, Angel Puppy and Angel Bunny.
If you couldn't tell, that whole execution was in reference to Mufasa's death.
Yeah, that makes sense. Gundam! No! Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting wants to linger deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. So they misunderstood what he meant. Then what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
I don't know what voice I'm going to give Shuichi and Kaede, because like, I can't do regular voice, and British voice only really works for Hoshin.
Damn it! Damn it! I'm so pissed off. I need to throw something.
Mommy, come here!
Damn it!
You all spend so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this.
I would have rather starved.
You're all full of shit. Every last one of you. The biggest piece of shit is me.
The worst.
Yeah, why am I so weak?
Oh.
It's such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
You are right. This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If
You
not,
are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. It's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey!
So, how long are you guys going to stand around chattering? The class trial is over, so it's okay for you to hurry back over to Jabberwock Island.
I really need to try out this awful court set.
Yeah, I really hate it. I don't know why I went with this. However, the grilling school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on. How much longer are you going to keep doing this? Seriously, how long is he going to keep doing this? How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
I reckon we got at least 2 more chapters. Alright, after cooling down for so long, I finally feel fresh. Let's hurry back and eat some food.
After feeling down for 2 seconds, I feel like I could eat.
Hey!
Hold on a sec, that moon shift is too damn fast!
It's not like that.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nakamaru said. That's what it means to live, right?
She's certainly something else.
But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
Then, let's go back for now and eat. And then, after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want. And then, let's do our best again. Yeah, you're right. With this, the class trials come to an end. Once again, we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group is definitely diminished, but despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. And before everyone else, too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no other way the file had just Hajime's information.
Oh, really?
Well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters. Or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this. This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all, even if it costs me my life.
It's obvious.
For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this.
Monokuma appears!
All right, Monokuma has arrived. Who summoned me? Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why, it's that lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone tonight, too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary. I see, so you can tell. Perhaps you found out who the traitor is? You know me well. It is what I would like to say, but unfortunately I haven't learned that yet. I see. So even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So why do you summon me anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love? I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. I'm here to confess to you how much I hate you. It's about a special prize I called Edward. Oh yeah? What about it? There's information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
You don't even know?
Well, there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person, the total number of students will be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created post the accounting, right?
Of course!
That's right, I just reused the stuff that the former headmasters spent a lot of time making. If this file even contains information about the traitor, was that person also a former student of Post Academy?
Who knows?
Ooh, I wonder.
Hey.
Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you set false information into the file? Are you trying to keep us from knowing the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? It's my job to keep things up. It's okay if I do something small like that, right?
Well...
That's not my point.
Right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled
Well, you're splendidly
up.
correct when you say, I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monomi after losing her magic stick. That traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No!
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff. Not me. I could never be so evil and mean and rude. Ignore all the stuff I've done. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know? Cooperation. I don't know that word!
Hey.
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do all as they please, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So
that's the case. I might be able to cooperate somewhat too. However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's a big no-no. I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you, too. Well, I knew you would say that. Besides, I just wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on. Just as I thought. You saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, babbleheaders such as myself and despair exist. Boo-hoo-hoo, you're trite. You're trite. Boo-hoo-hoo, you're right. You're a true believer of hope after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason. That person is actually you from the previous game. Makoto.
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about. But someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person. They must be extremely unlucky. Yeah, you get the joke? You get the joke because they're the same person.
Like...
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this.
Wow.
Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
Huh?
You don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that could even be called ultimate hope. Ooh, the two of you are like, you definitely remind me of him. Him, Makoto from the first game, because you are Makoto from the first game, you know?
Hey.
Hey, there's one more thing I want to ask you.
See?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Huh? Listen, I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey.
Well, answer my question. If that is the case, if that person is already on this island, wouldn't that be exciting? The guffin continues to go down. Elephant robot stream software. 7 lucky babies left alive. Pepto-Bismol. Should have been blue. Red for this. Hellhound earring. Now I'm sad. Why? Because Gundam. That was a MacGuffin in the first trial. And if you're excited to see what happens in Chapter 5, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to throw in the notifications on so you get notified when we start our next stream, which will be in the new year for this game. Well, there'll probably be one more stream this year for a different game, but I cannot promise. It might be something like a fighting game. It might be something just fun. But we're going to take a break in between now and the new year unless something changes. January 1st will be our first stream of the new year with Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, Chapter 5. So, we'll see you guys in the next episode, but before we do that, here's Goramy. See you guys in the next episode. Ciao.